All right, folks, I'm going to get you started on the gas laws thing here. I'll go over all this stuff tomorrow when I'm back. But what I want to show you today is just how to do pressure conversions. So there are a lot of different ways that pressure can be measured, even more so than the units listed here. But these are the ones that are provided on the reference table for you. So if you take a look at your reference table, it'll tell you that 1 atmosphere equals 101.3 kPAs equals 760 millimeters of mercury equals 760 torr. And something you might notice from that is that millimeters of mercury and torr are the same. The unit millimeters of mercury was named after the scientist Torricelli, and so that's where that similarity came from. ATM stands for atmosphere. KPA stands for kilopascals. So anyways, let's go ahead and I'll show you how to do some of these pressure conversions here, like this one, the 0.527 ATMs to KPAs to torrs and millimeters of mercury. So let's do that. And I'm not going to make you UKPS for these because it's just like a one-step conversion. So I think y'all can do that without UKPS now. So here we go, 0.527. Still start with a known ATM. And the way these conversions work is you always put two things that are equal to each other. So we're wanting to convert away from atmospheres and to, firstly, KPAs. So if we look up here, it tells us that 1 ATM equals this, equals this, equals this. So it is true we can pick any two of these that we want because they're all equal, and we can pick any two, and those two things will be equal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I want to convert from ATMs to KPAs. And I have arrange it so the ATMs will cancel out, and then look, it says 1 atmosphere equals 101.3 of those, so 1 goes with atmospheres and 101.3 goes with KPAs. Atmospheres cancels out, and then I'll just be grabbing a calculator and doing a little bit of math here. So 0.527 times 101.3, and that's going to give me an answer. Okay, so 0.527 times 101.3. All right, so that's should give you like 53.4 when you round it. KPA. All right, let's do the rest of them. Okay, so 0.527 atmospheres. This time we're converting it to torrs, and so it's going to be still 1 atmosphere. This time it's 1 atmosphere equals 760 torr. Okay, so that time, there we go, 760. All right, so that's 400, basically 401. Same deal, atmospheres cancel out. Okay, and lastly, we're going to go to millimeters of mercury. Now, if you look up here, 1 atmosphere equals 760 millimeters of mercury. And if you're like, hey, Mr. Benner, did we really need to do that? You are correct. Because if you know the torrs, you know it's going to be the same as the millimeters of mercury, because torrs and millimeters of mercury are the same amount and they're the same number. So if you solve for one of them, you don't have to show me work to solve for the other one. Now, I want you to do these on, let's see, this is going to be worksheet 1 that I want you to do this on. And I'm going to pick like maybe one of these that's kind of interesting, and I'll show you an example of what I want you to do here. So this second one here where we're starting with the millimeters of mercury. Okay, so if I have any memory at all, I remember that millimeters of mercury and torr are going to be the same, so I'm just going to say 540, and that's all I got to do there. Now for the atmospheres one, what we're going to do here, and if this isn't enough space for you, that is totally fine. You can just like You can work this out on a separate sheet of paper if you would prefer, but we're going to go 540 millimeters of mercury. And we're going to convert over to atmospheres. Now, the way this is going to work is we're going to look up here. I want to go from millimeters of mercury to atmospheres. And the equality between those two is 760 millimeters of mercury equals 1 atmosphere. So this number is 760 with millimeters of mercury. That number is 1. And we are going to be running short on space here, but we're going to get it. So we're going to say 540 times 1 divided by 760. And that is going to give us 0.71. All right, so that's what we're doing for that one. And then for the KPA one over here, we're going to go start with the known again, 540 millimeters of mercury. Okay, this time we're going millimeters of mercury to KPAs. So look at our reference material again. So it's still 760 millimeters of mercury on the bottom, but we're converting to KPAs. So this time it's 101.3 KPAs on the top. And we're going to plug that into our calculator. We're going to go 540 times 101.3 divided by 760. And that's, bye! Teacher's coming by, tell me to bye for the day. All right, yep, 71, let's just go 72. 72 millimeters canceled out, so KPAs. All right, so that's how those work. I want you to complete the rest of the chart here and doing stuff like that. And remember, if they give you the torr, or once you solve for the torr, or once you solve for the millimeters of mercury, like when you do this one, either solve for the millimeters or solve for the torr, because you know they'll be the same once they once you find one, you know what the other one is. All right, hope that helps. Hope you get all this completed, and I'll see you later.